Hello, everybody. Welcome to LAJA TV, yet another episode of LAJA TV. We are on February 15th, 2021, and we are back with yet another interesting uh, collection of information, news, and yes, a wonderful guest who will share some interesting insights that I'm sure are going to help a lot of our women out there. So let me first start by introducing myself. I'm Vandana Joshil. I am the managing director of LAJA TV, and this is something that we do for all our women. We believe that when you open the newspapers or you switch on the news channels any day, any time of the hour, you are flooded with news that's depressing, especially when it's related to women. So it's news that's depressing, it's news that makes us sad, it's news that puts fear into our hearts. So we at Lajak decided to change that and bring to you a collection of news from across the world, which is inspiring, which gives us food for thought, which tells us that there are other women out there who are facing tougher challenges and yet are coming through it all. And if they can do it, we are sure that all of us also can do it. So, like I said, welcome to Laja TV. This is February 15th, 2021. For those of you who do not know what Laja is, I'd like to introduce Laja also a little bit. Laja is a forum that gives women a non judgmental space to be themselves. And when we say non judgmental, we mean that this is a space where you can be yourself. You can talk about yourself, you can talk about your inhibitions, you can talk about your fears, and you can talk about the challenges that you have faced. And be rest assured that you'll have a number of women who are willing to support you, who are willing to guide you, who are willing to mentor you, and who are willing to help you cross that line towards self confidence, self development, and self growth. We were established in 2014. And over the years, we have conducted a lot of workshops, a lot of development skills programs. We have our unique program, which is called Tatva, which is an entire day's conclave. And the aim through all of this is to help our women grow, help our women learn, and help our women become better individuals and better versions of themselves. So with that, let me go to some of the really inspiring news articles that came across my eyes these couple of days. And I will start off with the first and foremost thing, which I think is something that you must all look out for, and you must all start nominating. So the HSSC Gold Convention and Awards, in association with Laja, opened up the nominations for the awards last week. And these are awards that are to recognize all those behind the scenes team members who toil day in and day out to ensure that your company keeps sticking and growing by the day. The convention offers the nominated team member an opportunity to attend a training session and also to take home the awards. So why wait? Do it now. Nominate all those individuals who have been supporting you throughout the years. Nominate those individuals who have been, who've had your back. So it could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be your mother-in-law, it could be your daughter, it could be your spouse, it could be uh, your team member, your secretary, your executive assistant, your driver, your maid, just about anybody who you know, without whom you cannot fight this battle and come out a winner day in and day out. So go ahead, nominate somebody and make their lives. These are people who never get a recognition, and these are people who've been working in the backgrounds. These are people who've been working really hard to ensure that all that you have wanted to achieve has become yours. So nominate somebody. The nomination forms are available on the Laja Facebook pages and groups, and you can nominate. And if you do not find the forms there, just get in touch with me. I'm Vandana Joshil. You can connect with me on Messenger anytime. Going on, also another big news that happened at Laja this time is that we started our self-defense classes, and believe me, the kind of response that we have been getting from people who have attended the workshop was amazing. We are running a self-defense workshop in association with RFIT, and this is a 3-month long workshop with sessions happening, virtual sessions happening every weekend. And yes, initially we too were wondering how we would do this online, but the entire world is working online, and the women who participated were really impressed with the kind of ease with which the facilitator Ashwin helped them relax, helped them understand the importance of this, and they're all looking forward to the next session. So if you've missed it, it's not too late. Connect with us right now and we can help you register for the event, for the workshops. And at the end of the 3-month program, you will receive a certificate from RFIT and from Laja. So what's stopping you? Go on. Let's, connect, do something for yourself. Self-defense is very, very important now. Help yourselves. That is what we always talk about. So going forth, what is the next bit of information? What is the next bit of news that we have? I will jump right down to sports. Ankita Raina became the fifth Indian woman to feature in Grand Slam main draw. Ankita Raina on Sunday, this is last to last Sunday, became only the fifth Indian women tennis player in the era to secure a place in the main draw of a Grand Slam, as she made the cut for the women's doubles event of the Australian Open. And the Australian Open is not an easy feat. We've all been watching the Australian Opens. We've all been following it. I've been following it since I was a child, and I know that we have the best of the best playing there on that court. And it's amazing that an Indian woman, we have amazing tennis players. We have Saina Mirza, and so to see that women are really taking it forward and doing some great work. So Ankita Raina scored, she made a cut for the women's doubles event of the Australian Open. And Ankita is the only second Indian after Sania, a 6-time Grand Slam champion, to compete in the women's doubles of a tennis major. So this is an amazing thing that has happened, and kudos and congratulations to her. Going forth, let me now waste no more time and let me introduce to our guest of honor today, our guest who's done wonders for herself, for her business, and our guest who has taught us in the short conversations that I've had with her. I've learned a lot from her, and I know that the women who are going to be listening in now are going to be here learning a lot from her too. So, yes, we have somebody who's been a baker for the past 25 years, and she's been somebody who's been, learning by herself. This is self teaching, and creativity led her to start her venture in 2010. And it's been a massive journey since. Her store is weaved around the concept of eggless, homemade, customized cakes, chocolates, and brass gifts. In this decade, the store has been able to explore the vegan and gluten free market as well. It's been an elating experience to witness the growth of a small passion into a business and dishing out many more treats in the future. So these are amazing pointers. I mean, amazing things to keep note of. Eggless homemade, eggless homemade, customized, and vegan, gluten free. How amazing is that? So, welcome, my dear friends. Welcome, our guest for today. Welcome, Dipika Shroff. Yes. Hello, Deepika. Welcome to
Hi,
Laja TV. It's a pleasure for us to have you on board. And
thank
like
you.
I was introducing you, the couple of short conversations that I've had with you have left me amazed. Have to follow your passion with such a single point focus is amazing. So, Deepika, Tell,
Thank you, Vandana. Thank you for the fantastic introduction.
I mean, when you do wonders like this, that's how we talk about you. So, Deepika, tell our viewers what you come from an industry which has perishable goods. So,
Yes.
how is it? What is the care that you take? What are the precautions that you need to take? And to ensure the shelf life or ensure the quality, because quality is a big deal these days. I mean, there were times when you could do away with thoda sa mold hai ye and all of that, but now you can't. So what do you do?
So basically, I customize my goods. So every order, I give them a leeway of 48 hours. I give myself that leeway when they place an order. I need 48 hours of prep. And because these are perishable goods, they have a shelf life of maybe up to a week, but depends on the kind of cake that you've ordered. For example, if you have a cream cake, then the shelf life will be just for 2 to 3 days. So it's very important that you give a fresh produce at the end of the day. The product does not is something that you need to make sure does not mold. You cannot afford those kind of things. And to be honest with you, they just vanish off once they reach the other place where they have the birthday gifts and stuff, birthday cakes or things like that. I've never really had that
Awesome.
problem of somebody telling me that it's gone spoiled.
Awesome, awesome. Now tell me something. I just realized when I said cakes, chocolates, and brass gifting items, right? So how did you? What made you marry this? Because I've seen often that when people set it out into a business, they start off with one thing, and over time, of course, they keep adding. Now with yours, most of it is perishable goods, but with that, you've added this extra. It's like a top up, or it's like a something. Somebody who can it's like a one-stop shop, I guess, from you. So if they come to buy cake and chocolates, they also know that they have stuff for giveaways. Is that the idea behind that?
Well, to be honest with you, where cakes was concerned, it was always trying to, being an interior designer, I wanted something three-dimensional. So while three-dimensional cakes were going side by side, chocolates happened in 2010. In 2010, when that took off, the idea was that when you finish having the chocolate, there's some part of that which remains with you as a gift article, which can be gifted to somebody else after you give the chocolate, and it is a reminder of the beautiful memory of that particular occasion at which it has been gifted. So that is how the whole thing got married together for me. And it's taken off for the past 10 years brilliantly, got a very good feedback for the same.
Lovely. That's interesting. The concept is really interesting.
Yes.
Now tell me, your profile says that you're self-taught, and you are also you were into interior designing and all of that. So how what is the kind of acceptance that you got being self-taught, as opposed to all your competitors out there who might have gone to a culinary school or gone to a bakery, gone and learned how to bake cakes and all of that. So what is the difference? Is the acceptance levels high? How does it work?
Ironically, I must share a little incident with you. It was in 1994 that we had, my nephew and nieces, their first birthdays. And in the meantime, I've been playing around, baking and stuff like that. And I actually baked something. We ordered something from outside because there were 100 guests at home at that time for the first birthday. And my cake turned out so professionally good that people thought my cake was actually the one which had been ordered from outside.
Oh, okay.
And that's what actually stirred up something inside me, where the creativity, I'm an artist too. So the creative, feedback that I got for my stuff was such a high that I realized that there's something. So acceptance came very easily. People, it's a visual delight also that people want. Besides the taste is very important, yes. And because of the background, we are not allowed to have eggs at home. So that it was never a challenge. It was like, oh yes, it has to be eggless. And my mother-in-law was a very good baker herself. So the basic cake was taught by her. And then I just took it forward because I needed to add on, and it just went on. So acceptance came because every time a person ordered, because it was a customized cake, there was never a repeat of anything repeating of the previous one. There's also always like, oh, what
very important.
Yeah, the customer's likes. What does that child really want? Does that child want a Spider-Man man, or does it want a Harry Potter cake? So I've done artist cakes, like portrait cakes. It was always as per the needs of the customer. So I had a what you call a one pointer ahead, wherein at that time there was nobody doing such things. Or three-dimensional. Yes. Children are fascinated to see a real three-dimensional train, the engine.
Yes.
So where acceptance was concerned, it just came very easy because it was always exciting for people to know what is she going to come up with.
Okay. Great. So now that you're talking about, learning, for any woman who's out there who's had her own business, despite the fact whether it's perishable goods or non-perishable, whatever it is, whatever business that she's into, how important do you think is learning? And how important are the certificates that come with learning? So if somebody comes to me and tells me that they are a content writer, then I would love to see some certificates or some portfolio, some credentials. So how important do you think it is for women, because we're talking about women, how important is it for women entrepreneurs to have something to show that, yes, I have done this, and this is something that is proof of what I have learned?
Okay, so in my particular line, you as are aware, there are lots of home bakers around. And in the past 1 year, I think a lot of them have mushroomed around everywhere.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll take it from there. Learning is very important. See, you have to have the passion. But along with that passion, if you have that little bit of certification, of course it helps. It's one or two of us who may not have it, but then it's like word of mouth. The product has really taken off, and people really are going by the quality that is already being there, and you've established yourself. But yes, if you do get a chance and you are able to go for more, learning is very important in this field. Upgrading yourself, because for example, there are 10 bakers around you. How do you have that little extra in you, besides your passion, to hold on to that? Then that certification, you can add on to it, and it does make a difference. There's no doubt about that.
What about promotions? How do you go about promoting yourself? You're a home baker. There are, like you said, there are many home bakers out there right now. How do you promote yourself? Word of mouth is, I think, passe now. People have word of mouth. I don't know how much it works now, but yes,
yes.
Yes. How do you promote yourself?
So digital marketing is very much in now. I have my daughter who's taken up my case, if I may say so. and and she's like, Mom, there's something called an Insta page, or if Vandana, you've seen my stuff, then it's like all over splash with the PaisleyStore. And the kind of viewership that I got, and the number of people who are able to see. So it is so important. Another learning experience for people,
Yes.
for most of us, to understand that there is a real huge market. I mean, I even get orders from globally after having seen something. Will you be able to send something across? And that is the beautiful part of being able to understand the digital market that is available for us right now.
Yes, the digital market is something that has worked wonders for a lot of people. So coming back to that question, is it important to learn digital marketing yourself, or is it important to, with this cutthroat competition and stuff, to employ a digital marketer for you?
To be honest,
for anybody who's starting off?
You can. Why not? Why not delegate? Because then, for example, a person can focus on their creativity and their passion. There's a lot of hard work concerned. There's time management that is required. So
Yes.
If you can afford, why not? You should have a digital marketing unit or a team at the side. If not, equip yourself with all these things first. Get to know what is the market demand around you.
Yes.
That's very, very essential. For example, last year, because of the situation that we were in, I would like to expand on that, is that people who are not bakers had shut down. And the home bakers mushroomed only because they were catering to the needs of the people around them. So whether it was no cream cakes, and or they wanted just high tea cakes, but it had, or somebody wanted a birthday cake to make pep up the child's feelings inside the home. Like, everybody just wants to celebrate, and a
Yes.
birthday is the best way to celebrate. Sometimes people are ordering even without having a reason to celebrate. They just
Reason to
want to
celebrate.
feel good. A good taste
Yeah.
after eating something that is just made as per their demands. So I personally feel that being aware of all these things makes a lot of difference.
True, true. Uh, it's amazing to know that with digitalization and everybody now stuck to social media, the world has kind of shrunk, and yet at the same time it has like exploded. You're able to connect with people from across the globe, and
Yeah.
this is amazing. And like you said, yes, home bakers made it. I literally saying made hay while the sun shone, kind of a thing. Now tell me something. If you had to advise our women or advise women who are starting up something on their own, what are the challenges that you personally faced, which you think that most women do face, and how do you overcome all of that?
Okay, so to be very honest with you, your passion is very important because there's a lot of hard work and dedication that is required. Though it may look very glamorous from the far, like, oh wow, this person is creating something and she's really doing well. I like, that's the kind of tone that people use around you when you are seen with your stuff that is being aired around you. And it is important that I'm a self-taught person, but to learn, to equip yourself with the knowledge, if you can get it professionally, nothing like it. So it is very important that you check out on the classes that are available around you. You know that there's sometimes time management also that is required. You require some professional help in digital marketing. What are the things that you need to, like, what are the ingredients that for example, one small example of ingredients that you need to think. Where's the wholesale market? How do you get your profits in place also? Your
Yes,
packaging also makes a lot of difference. It's not the question of just getting a cardboard box and putting your stuff inside it.
true, true.
Whether it's chocolates, whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's Sankrant, what are the things that you really wish to target on? How much time do you have? If you have a lot of other responsibilities, how would you create your own 2 hours of the day for yourself? So all these things, there's lots of challenges every person faces, but I personally feel that if you really want it, you'll make it happen.
Yes, absolutely. If you really want it, you will make it happen. That's at LAJA too, when we talk to our women, we keep telling them that people talk about empowering women. And we keep saying that women really don't need empowerment. We are already empowered. The fact that we are handling so many things, so many roles, so many responsibilities, we are empowered. All we need from you is a little bit of acknowledgement and encouragement. And what we need from ourselves is that acceptance, the fact that yes, I can do this, and then go forward from there. So
Yeah.
it's so true what you said. Deepika, this was a wonderful conversation that we had with you. Any word of advice for our women just before we leave? You want to tell them something? You want to share a little bit about where they can reach out to you, where they can find you? You can do all of that now.
Well, what I would tell every woman out there, we are multitaskers, girls. And if we make up our minds to do something, we can follow our passion. We are the best homemakers around, and we can balance it all. There's nothing a lady cannot do.
Absolutely.
And yes, if anybody wishes to reach out to me, I'm available on Facebook with the thing of Dipika Shroff, and on Insta, my page is PaisleyStore Pune. So you can go and see my stuff. And my mobile is 98501 88325. If anybody ever wishes to ask any question regarding how did I get there and how one can do further, or what are the classes that one can join, please go ahead and reach out. All the best to each one of us.
That's lovely, Deepika. I wanted to ask you one more thing. Do you run classes yourself?
Not yet. but I
You'll get
surely
there.
will.
Yes, amen to that. And with
Yes.
that, that was lovely, Deepika. Just before you leave, there is a small token of appreciation that Laja has for all of our guests who come on screen. So let me try and share my screen and show you what we have for you. Uh, all right. So this is what Laja will be giving you a
Oh,
certificate of
wow.
appreciation to Dipika Shroff from Riddhi Doshi and Joshil. Yes, the Vandana Joshil. And we hope that, all your dreams, aspirations come true, and everything that you set out to do works in your favor, and you grow with leaps and bounds. So all you people in Pune, she's in Pune, you can connect with her. And like she said, she's on Facebook and on Insta. And thank you so much, Deepika. That was wonderful. Uh, it was a
Thank you
pleasure
so
having you.
much, Vandana. I'm sorry for cutting in, but I'm so grateful. And it was really a pleasure to be a part of LAJA team today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, yes, with that, let me go on to the next bit of news that we have just before we wind up. And we will, okay. Uh, okay. Yes. Let me go on to the last bit of news. Uh, we talk about our growth everywhere. We talk about women winning so many things. We've spoken about sports. We have spoken about the achievements of women in the area of politics and all of that. And now coming to you, something that I read and something that really inspired me was about four young women fellows of the Indian National Science Academy who were awarded the Science and Engineering Research Board SERB Women Excellence Award of 2021 in the national capital for excelling in science and engineering on International Day of Women and Girls. The SERB Women Excellence Awards function was held on February 13, and all these women received a grant of 15 lakh for a period of 3 years to pursue their research ideas. This is a one-time award given to women scientists who are below 40 years and have received recognition from any one or more of the national academies. The four young women fellows of the Indian National Science Academy have been awarded. They have. The women who won this are the four women who were selected for the awards include Shobana Kapoor, assistant professor at the Indian Institute of Technology IIT Mumbai; Antara Banerjee, scientist B at the National Institute for Research in Reproductive Health Mumbai; Sonu Gandhi, scientist D from National Institute of Animal Biotechnology Hyderabad; and Ritu Gupta, who's the assistant professor at the Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Jodhpur. I think this is an amazing achievement by these women, and I wish them, on behalf of Laja, I wish them all the very best, and I hope that their research sees the light of day and they become award-winning scientists themselves. So, with that, I will end this episode of Laja TV, February 15, 2021, where we had an amazing guest, Dipika Shroff, who has shared her insights. She has shared her journey with all of us. And I hope that all our viewers take note, take pointers, and all our viewers, set out to do what they wanted to do. Because the first step to achieving success is stepping out and doing something about it. With that, this is me, Vandana Joshil, signing off for today's episode of LAJA TV, and I shall see you again on March 1st at 7 p.m. with another episode of LAJA TV with some more news, views, and opinions, and another interesting guest who will, I promise you, who will inspire us, teach us, and take us one step ahead in our journey of self growth. And remember, people, March is International Women's Day. So that is the month where we celebrate women across the world. So let's go ahead, celebrate women all the time, celebrate women and their achievements. And like at Laja, what we say is please appreciate, accept, acknowledge, and encourage all the women who are around you, whether you're a man or a woman. So, with that, I end today's episode. Thank you. Good night. See you on March 1st. And take care, all of you. Bye bye.